So I've been with SpecialtyCare for almost 5 years now. I started my career in Minnesota with SpecialtyCare at a account in Minneapolis. Through my time there, I trained as a new grad, eventually became the chief of perfusion at 2 different Trauma 1 centers. And this past July, I took the job to move to Austin for the area clinical manager role.
A couple of things that made SpecialtyCare stand out to me is I feel like the city itself, I feel like was one main thing. Like Austin as itself, I feel like is a great city, especially like for my age to live in. Like I can still like do stuff like explore and like try new things. Like one thing I'm trying to do now is like try like all these like cool restaurants now that I can actually afford something. So I think that's really nice.
My husband and I are really into motorcycles and off-road ADV type motorcycles. So we've been getting out and exploring the hill country. It's very pretty, right outside of Austin.
I've been in Austin since July 1st of 2024. It's been a great time experiencing the different cultures and cuisines here. The medicine here is really top-notch and extremely efficient, which is something I enjoy as a perfusionist. And I like the ability to go explore other parts of Texas. Houston, Dallas are quite close. Good airport, can get around wherever I need to. Overall, it's been a great place to live.
When I saw Austin as a location, I thought, oh, this is really nice because Austin, you know, a growing city. There's a lot of sort of life for like young people, you know, and then a lot of like cool culture stuff around here.
I have 4 Australian Shepherds, so those take a ton of time, but Austin is very dog friendly. We walked past a dog kitchen, so you can go in and like order a fresh prepared meal for your dog. And they serve them, so that's pretty crazy. So lots of time with the dogs. And just getting outdoors. There's so much to do outdoors, hiking, exploring trails, Lady Bird Lake. It's all really pretty. So those are the main things. And then sometimes I like to just hole up with a good book if it's an off chance to sit if it's raining or something outside like today. So
when I came down to interview, I was able to meet Carter and like the rest of the team down at South. And I think like the staff there was like really nice. The surgeon and everyone seemed really good at what they do and really efficient. And I thought like, okay, this is definitely like somewhere I could see myself working. And so, you know, I did the interview with them and then I'm here now, so I guess it went well.
What I've learned in being successful with SpecialtyCare as a company is that if you put in the work and you show up and are happy to, you know, add to the team and just go in and do your work, that you will be rewarded. It doesn't go unnoticed when you are focused on your job and working hard and making sure we do what's right for the patient. If you just do those things, SpecialtyCare recognizes that and they realize that, and they're more willing to promote that and encourage you to go further in your career.
I've been here for 30 years. I just celebrated my 30th anniversary, October of 2024. What's kept me here is just the camaraderie that I have with all of my clinical managers that report up to me, the people in the corporate office. It's just been a great company to work with for all these years.
The fact that like the team is so like nice, they've definitely like taken me under their wing, helped me with any questions I have, and like helping me just like get affiliated and accustomed to how everything runs there. So I feel like I definitely made the right choice.
One of the really nice things about SpecialtyCare is the room for growth. And I think the kind of people who should look at SpecialtyCare are people who want to grow in different ways. So whether it's, you know, in terms of research, there's a lot of opportunity with our data collection because we have so many accounts across the country. We have a lot of data points that we can look at and pull up and look and kind of evaluate. So people who are interested in growing that way are great. People who are interested in growing professionally is wonderful. You know, a lot of sites, you know, the highest you can get up the chain is a chief of perfusion, and with SpecialtyCare you can kind of go higher than that.
The growth and development that the company provides for perfusionists, I think, is very beneficial. I'm actually a product of that. You know, like I said, I started out as a perfusion assistant, went to perfusion school. The company helped me out with perfusion school. You have to be willing to, you know, be able to be relocated if you want to grow in your career. I started out as a, you know, the perfusionist at Central Baptist in Lexington. 3 years later, I was running that program as the manager. And then a couple of years after that, I was an area manager for more of Kentucky. And then they asked me to come to the Dallas-Fort Worth area to run that area.
I think in general, when you get in a healthcare role like this, you have to be a very empathetic person. The reason that we do this job, it's not, for anything other than the fact that we like to help people. I think it all boils down to that. So you work with a lot of people who are very empathetic and they really like to go in and do a good job. And at the end of the day, we all talk about, we do this for the patient and we don't get the gratitude, and that's not what we want. When our patients roll in the room, they get some good medicine, they don't remember us, they go to sleep, and they might never even know what a perfusionist is, but we still get that kind of reward at the end of the day when a case goes perfectly smooth and, you just walk out that day and you're like, that was a good day.